Hello everybody, my name is Faith Ayobola Makanjuola. I'm a graduate animal scientist and a National Youth Service Corps member. I'm currently serving Nigeria at the Nigerian Army Farms and Ranches Limited in Abuja. I'm into livestock production and management, and I'm very much interested in Nigeria's food systems and food security because I believe that for security to be ensured, bellies have to be fed. And I'm also Gen Z because I was born in one of the years within the Gen Z bracket. As far back as I can remember, agriculture has been a part of me. I didn't grow up too far from agriculture. My father is into agriculture, and so as young as I was in primary school, I accompanied him to training sessions, consultation sessions, speaking engagements, conferences, and even farms. So I didn't grow up so much apart from agriculture. So when I got admitted into university, I got admitted into the Faculty of Agriculture, and at some point I had to change my department into animal science because I saw the gap I really wanted to fill, and that's because it's not something that benefits me alone. I see it as something that is economically scalable. The public, the general public, even the average man can benefit from what I do, and so I decided to key myself into that and just fix myself into that gap. And so that's why I really do what I do, and I'm sticking to it, and I really, really love what I do. I really love it. But I wouldn't say there was a moment. I would say there were moments I actually almost gave up. What I do is not just physically demanding, it's also mentally demanding. I have to work with my hands as much as I'm working with my intellectualism. So it's me working hand in hand with my physical strength and what I have upstairs. So it's theory meeting with practical. I am exerting energy literally. And so most times when I'm burnt out, or I've overworked my body, and it just feels like, I think we should just maybe go work in a bank or just work in an office and just do a 9 to 5 or something. I'm always reminded that what I do is not just for me. It's for you, it's for everybody around you, because these same animals, when slaughtered, they land on your plate, right? And so we have to manage them properly. So I think it's one of the things that keeps me going when I almost feel like giving up. So I won't say there was one moment, because I can say there have been over a million moments. But we're still standing. A good day at work for me looks like when I wake up, I get dressed, I go to my department, I go through our record book, and I see that we do not have any follow-up medications. None of our animals are sick, and then we further confirm this when we do our world round. We walk around the farm to check on our cattle, sheep, goat, and other, and then we just see that none of them are sick. We don't have to follow up with anyone. All of them are healthy. They're all bouncing in the Lord and all. And that's a very good day for me because I don't have extra work on my part, and my animals are healthy. And when translated to food on your table now, that's safer food. So yeah, that's a very good day for me at work. A part of what I do that I really enjoy the most is relaying the knowledge I have. I love talking about what I do. And this is because for a long time, and in fact for the longest time, agriculture has had a very bad PR. Let's be honest. There's this very weird mental model people have about agriculture, how that is for the old, the dirty, those that didn't go to school, those that don't have other options in life, they just venture into agriculture, or the aged, no, that's not what agriculture is about. So one of that part, I really love it when I get to discuss what I know, when I get to share knowledge, when I get to write about what I do, when I get to talk to people and they're like, so this part of agriculture exists, and I'm like, yes. And it just gets to me. Even on stressful days, if you were to come and wake me up from my sleep after I've had a very long day, you ask me about what I do, you ask me about livestock production, management, animal processing, processes, animal production, animal products, I'll be so glad to have that conversation with you. So it's one of the most interesting parts of what I do that I love. One of the hardest reality of being a young person in agriculture in this day and time is the publicity agriculture has. Most people believe agriculture is for the old, the aged, the illiterate, and people who don't know what they want to do with their lives. But I beg to differ, and I'll give an example of what I just said. So I visited a secondary school a few years back with somebody who was studying medicine and surgery, and when we were asked to introduce ourselves, she went first. And there was this uproar in the room that somebody studying medicine and surgery, she's going to become a doctor. And when it was time for me to introduce myself, I said, hi guys, my name is Faith, I study animal science. And then everybody just went silent, like, what she studied, she's in a Greek. So it's because of the mental model that we've had over a number of years. In fact, for the longest time, like I said earlier, so the young ones feel agriculture is not for young people. If in fact, because of how we've planted those seeds in them as they are young, when they grow up, they believe anybody doing agriculture, they don't have any choice in their life. They just ventured into it because they didn't have money, or maybe they didn't have any other thing to do. So most people believe agriculture is for the old, the aged, the dirty, the illiterate, those that don't know what they want to do with their lives. And so it's a very hard reality, because when I step into rooms, I want to be able to hold my head high and say, I study agriculture. When I'm even in rooms with people that are into oil and gas, banking, tech, and all the rest, I want to also be able to raise my head high and say, oh, I'm into agriculture. I went for a book launch recently, and we're asked to network and talk to other people. I spoke to 2 different ladies at 2 different times, and they had to say to my face that I'm the first person they were meeting that would say I'm a practicing animal scientist. And that's one of the things I hope to bring. It's one of the seeds I hope to plant in the world. Let everybody know that animal scientists actually exist. We are young and we know exactly what we are doing. We're bringing a change from our little corner. So yeah, if we had mentors, if we had people who had gone ahead of us to break that mental model, to break that cycle of knowledge that people believe agriculture is not for the young ones, perhaps by now we'd have great PR for animal science and agriculture. Yes, agriculture has taught me a lot about patience, money, and success. Success, money, patience. And for success, agriculture will teach you that where your treasure is, your heart really will be there, right? And so it's not a quick money making scheme. You have to build skills. You have to be tenacious. You have to be resilient to be an agriculturist. Because I can tell you for a fact, you can gain a whole lot in a day and still make a loss in another. So agriculture will teach you to be very patient with what you're doing. You cannot miscalculate. You cannot make assumptions because you quickly want to get your returns back. No, that doesn't work here. It doesn't work in agriculture. You have to put your heart where your treasure really is. You have to put in the work, because what you give is eventually what you get. That's what agriculture really is. As a female in agriculture, I'll say one of the barriers I faced is the disbelief in my abilities. I went to school, I chose this course, I studied this course for over 5 years, and I came out so that I can put it to work, I can practice it. But there's just this doubt in my ability because I'm a female. I don't know what I'm doing, but I exactly know what I'm doing. And being female does not make me less intellectual. Maybe I may lack in some part of strength, but it does not make me less intellectual. And so I know exactly what I'm doing. So yeah, I would say that's one of the barriers I have. And that's why as much as I can, I put it into writing what I know, so that people can see, they can have an insight into what I think and what I do, so that you can know that I know exactly what I'm doing. I can talk about what I'm doing. I can say it theoretically. I can put it to practice, so you know exactly what I'm doing. So one of the barriers I would say is a doubt in my abilities, that you don't believe I can do what I'm doing. Yeah. If I were not into agriculture or animal science, I most likely would be a part of the Nigerian military. I've always had, a little interest in joining and being a part of the military because of their service to our country and the order in the system. Go for it. Agriculture is fun, is adventurous, you gain a lot, you give a lot, you would have so much understanding inside of where your food comes from and where it goes. Agriculture will give you a lot more. You will learn a lot about patience, you will learn a lot about how to manage yourself. It's a lot. It's actually really fun, and it's as fun as you make it to be for yourself. So please, by all means, go for it. Get into the agricultural space. It's fun, really.